Please stand for the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. Favor de ponerse de pie para la presentación de la bandera y rendir los honores a la bandera.
Color guard, attention! Carry colors. Forward, march! Post. Present. Colors.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, colors. Post. Present arms. Order, arms. Post. Left, face. Forward, march.
Please be seated. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the 16th annual commencement exercise for Moisés y Molina High School. I am Zoe De Leon, president of the class of 2014. Joining me is Adriana Perez, the president of the Spanish National Honor Society. We are honored that you have chosen to share this very important occasion with us. We ask that each of you behave with dignity and respect. Please refrain from applause and comments when students' names are called. Your appropriate behavior will provide a positive experience for all the graduates.
Muy buenas noches. Les doy la bienvenida a la ceremonia 16º de graduación de la Escuela Preparatoria Moisés E. Molina High School. Mi nombre es Adriana Pérez y soy la presidenta de la Asociación Honoraria Hispánica. Hoy me acompaña Zoe de León, la presidenta de la clase 2014. Nos da mucho gusto que hayan venido hoy para compartir esta ocasión tan importante para nosotros. De la manera más atenta, les pedimos por favor que se comporten siempre con dignidad y decoro este día. Por favor, dejen sus aplausos y comentarios hasta que nombremos a la última persona. Así nuestro programa será una experiencia positiva para todos. Gracias.
I'm Selena Salas, Senior Class Secretary. I would like to introduce the others seated on the platform this evening. Mr. Mark Ramirez, Principal of Moisés y Molina High School. Mr. Miguel Solis, member of the Board of Trustees for District 8. Dr. Sylvia Reyna, Chief of School Leadership. Dr. Mark Arias, Assistant Superintendent. Mr. Raul Peña, Executive Director of the Molina Theater Pattern. Ms. Connie Leffler, Assistant Principal. Ms. Laura Trowbridge, Assistant Principal of Molina. Also with us on stage are Christopher A. Garfias, 2014 Valedictorian. Valerie B. Martinez, 2014 Salutatorian. Zoe De Leon, Class President. Stephen Martinez, Class Vice President. Catalina Padron, Class Treasurer. Mitchell Vasquez, Class Historian. Adriana Perez, President of the Spanish National Honor Society. We also have Javier Padilla, the highest ranking member of the class of 2015. Our announcers for tonight would be Ms. Alessandra Marcan and Mr. Luis Mares, both teachers at Molina. Thank you.
We are pleased to have with us tonight Mr. Joan Washington, Ms. Carisha Hearns, Mr. Michael Jones. Also with us tonight, many of the principals of Molina feeder schools. Graduates, if you attend to one of these schools, please stand as principal is recognized. From Elvie Stockard Middle School, the principal is Ms. Ana Gomez. Mr. Francisco Miranda, Assistant Principal, and Shayla Perigine, Assistant Principal. The principal of Nancy Cochran Elementary School, Mr. Demarcus Georgie Watkins, and Lydia Olivares, Assistant Principal. The principal of Celestino Mauricio Soto Elementary School, Ms. Angel McCoy. The principal of L.P. Coward Elementary School, Ms. Rebecca Henricks. The principal of Arturo Salazar Elementary School, Mr. William Arevalo. The principal of Bethune Elementary School, Ms. Rocio Barrow. Representing Moisés y Molina counselors are Ms. Tiffany Gilmore, Ms. Lorette Jones-Huggins, Ms. Inez Herrera, Ms. Ruth Gloria, and Ms. Sherry Wright. We also want to take opportunity to recognize the graduation committee, Ms. Laura Trowbridge, Ms. Consuelo Lopez. Thank you for being here this evening and contribution you made to our education.
Gracias, Catalina. Estoy muy orgulloso de todos los graduados en esta noche. All I can say, guys, wow. Congratulations. We are honored to celebrate this joyous life milestone with all of our graduates, along with each graduate's family, friends, and honored guests. At Molina, we work to know our students by face, by name, and by family. This year, as I have worked alongside our exceptional administrators, faculty, and staff, we have had the opportunity to get to know this senior class. Nos sentimos honrados de celebrar este momento tan alegre en las vidas de cada uno de los graduados, juntos con sus familias, amigos y los honorables invitados. En Molina nos esforzamos para conocer a nuestros estudiantes por rostro, por nombre y por su familia. Este año trabajé junto con nuestros administradores, profesores y personal, y hemos tenido la oportunidad de conocer la clase de 2014. 4 years ago, students, we both walked into Molina High School for the first time. You were a freshman student, and I guess you can say I was a freshman, or say a rookie principal. The past 4 years have been filled with many success stories, challenges, as well as failures which have shaped who you are and who have you become today. In April of this year, one of our students, Ruby Arellano, was honored at the John F. Kennedy Ask Not reception. The competition required that each student take an inspirational quote from President Kennedy and create some type of presentation. The quote that Ruby selected was the following: "Change is the law of life, and those that look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future." As you sit there enjoying your accomplishments, I want you to reflect on that quote and determine, what does that mean for you? So I'm going to read it one more time, and I want you to think about that quote. What is it saying to you? Change is the law of life, and those that look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. Right now, we're sitting here in the present, and the present is important, especially today. But students, look around you. Look at everyone in the building who is here celebrating this moment with you, and be proud of what you have accomplished. You will never forget the feeling of pride and accomplishment you are feeling right now in the present. But don't let the past or the present define you. Go out there and shape your own future without letting anyone or anything stand in your way. Parents, support these graduates as they continue to pursue their educational dreams, even if it means they'll be moving away from home. Graduates, learn from the past and the present as you move forward with your future. As you embark on the next phase in your life, remember, there is not a set script, only the script you choose to write based on the decisions you make. Take initiative, make bold choices, celebrate your successes, and learn from your failures. We look forward to hearing about your future accomplishments, and we'll be waiting for invitations for your next graduation ceremony. Molina graduating class of 2014, we are proud in each and every one of you. Congratulations. And now for the recognition of honors. I am proud to announce that this class has been offered over $1 million in scholarships and grants, with more on the way. Estoy orgulloso de anunciar que a esta clase se le ha ofrecido más de $1 millón y becas y más por venir. I would like to recognize all of the graduates who have been awarded scholarships. If you have been offered a scholarship, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. I also want to recognize all the graduates who have participated in our College and Career Readiness Access Program. If you have participated in our College and Career Readiness Access Program, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. We also want to recognize any graduates who have enlisted in one of the branches of the military. If you have enlisted to serve, please stand at this time. We are all grateful for your willingness to serve our country. Thank you. Please be seated. Es también con mucho orgullo que les presento al estudiante que se va a graduar con el honor de ser el graduante número 2 en la clase de 2014. Esta persona recibirá una medalla de parte de la escuela. At this time, I would like to introduce the person who will graduate as a salutatorian. This person will receive a medal on behalf of the school. It is with great pride that I present the salutatorian for the class of 2014, who will be attending the University of Texas at Austin. Please help me welcome Ms. Valerie B. Martinez.
Good afternoon to all, and congratulations to the class of 2014. Today is a very important day for all of us to cherish and remember for the rest of our lives. This is the end of one chapter of our life we call high school, but another chapter is just beginning. For some of us, we are happy we made it here today, and for others, high school was a small stepping stone for bigger and better things to come. The time we have spent at school together has gone by so quickly that it was just a flash before our eyes. Even though it's been 4 years since we first stepped foot into the halls of Molina High School, it feels like it was just yesterday. I remember my first day of my freshman year. I was terrified and anxious young lady. I was entering a big pond as a little fish, and I did not know what to expect of high school life. After a while, I knew high school was going to be quite a journey for not only me, but for the entire student body as well. We all had our ups and downs throughout this journey. There was times when we all wanted to pull our hair out, and there was good times that will never be forgotten. But we did what needed to be done to graduate. Every one of us had to have confidence, perseverance, and some kind of motivation, no matter what it was, to get here today. While at Molina, I was able to learn some very valuable things. At many schools, there is different kinds of groups that everyone knows as cliques. But at Molina, the idea really did not exist. Molina has opened my eyes to the idea of getting along with people from all walks of life. I often saw two completely different people socializing with each other. I was also able to learn that an education is very important for everyone. My whole life, I did not really think about life after high school until I got to Molina. All I knew was I was going to graduate high school and go to college, but I did not know what college I wanted to go to or what I wanted to do with my life. I also got to meet some wonderful people while on this journey through high school. Some of these people were my peers that I met throughout the years. They are smart, outgoing, kind, and I'm glad to call them my friends. Some of my friends have helped me through this wild ride. I don't think I could have made it this far without them. My teachers have also encouraged me through this journey. They have taught me not only academic concepts, but even more than that, life lessons. They are people that I look up to. They have made high school for me a place that I enjoy coming to every day. The teachers that I have had so far are the best teachers I ever had. So thank you, Ms. Martinez, Ms. Milios, Ms. Shield, Ms. Rangel, and many more. And thank you for everything you have done for me. I would also like to thank my family for everything they have done for me these past 4 years, all the encouragement and motivation that they provided. If it wasn't for my grandparents and my parents pushing me, I probably would not have come this far. They did it for my own good. So thank you, Grandma, and Mom and Dad. And thanks to my brother for providing laughs that helped pick me up when I came home from a stressful day at school. My entire family had a role in helping me get to graduation. To the class of 2014, this has been quite a life experience. Every last one of you should be proud of yourself for making it this far. We all made some great memories while on this high school journey. This is a big milestone for every single one of you, so congratulations.
También es con mucho orgullo que les presento el estudiante que va a graduar con el honor de ser número 1 de la clase de 2014. Esta persona recibirá una medalla de parte de la escuela y un certificado de parte del estado de Texas para inscripción gratis en cualquier universidad del estado. It is also with great pride that I present the Valedictorian for the class of 2014. As Valedictorian, he will receive a medal on behalf of the school and a scholarship from the state of Texas towards tuition, which he will use to attend Texas A&M University at College Station. Please help me welcome Mr. Christopher Garfias.
Hello, and good evening, family, friends, teachers, staff, administrators, and of course, the graduating class of 2014. I cannot tell you how honored I am to be able to stand in front of all of you people here today. It is a privilege, honestly, privilege. First, allow me to give special thanks to all those who helped us reach this point. Give a round of applause for all the teachers, counselors, staff, administrators, and our very own principal, Mr. Mark Ramirez. We wouldn't be here today without the support these people have given us. I'd like to give special thanks to Ms. Rangel, Ms. Milios, Ms. Brzezinski, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Mares, Ms. Martinez, Ms. May, and many more I wish I had the time to mention. Let's take another moment to show appreciation to all of the parents, grandparents, and godparents who put up with us all these years. They raised a fine set of young adults. I'd also like to give special thanks to Christina, Sharon, Areli, Ronald, Roger, Rudy, Gerardo, Karina, Chivo, Carlos, Lorenzo, and the homies, Ray, Louis, Eric, Eddie, and I guess Felicia too. High school would have been nothing without you all. Thank you. Well, here we all are. I bet those last few years went by a lot quicker than most of y'all expected. And for others, it couldn't have passed by quick enough. Personally, I feel as if though many of us barely got the chance to meet each other, while others we've known for a long time. But now it's time we go our separate paths. And although this is a time of goodbyes and farewells, the memories we have made together will last forever. Do not see it as the end, but simply the beginning among a series of beginnings we have used to reach. We all have a bond with each other. We all have touched each other's hearts and affected one another in one way, shape, or form. We walked the halls together. We ate school lunch together. We grew together, and now we're leaving off to face the real world together. As some of us move on to college, and others into jobs, and some into parenthood, it's time we begin the next chapter of our lives. And if you feel as if though you've had a bad start, then you better make the upcoming chapters astonishing. You're the author of this quite lengthy, yet not long enough novel, which we call life. You're the author, and one day you're going to reach the conclusion. And when that day comes, you don't want to be all like, "Aw, dang, that book sucked." You're the author, so go on, make it yours. Aspire to accomplish great things. No one can stop you but yourself. Never lose sight of your dreams and passions. Life is about making the most of it. It consists not in holding good cards, but in playing those which you hold well. I believe Michelangelo said it best. The greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark. Make your story full of suspense, loaded with twists and turns, ups and downs, filled with fun and exciting characters. Create a story that you will be proud of. Reach outside your comfort zone. My father once wrote me in one of his letters, opportunities are usually disguised as hard work. That's why most people don't recognize them. So, take risk. Do the things you want to look back at one day and think to yourself, wow, I still can't believe I went for it. Because whoever you are, whether you have $1 billion or no dollars, we all have only 24 hours in a day. Enjoy life. No one has enough of it to spend being unhappy. Always look at the bright side, even when you feel as if there isn't one. And trust me, there is always a bright side. Just keep flipping those pages. Do not be discouraged. Get back on track and steer yourself in the right direction. Live a life you would read about. Live the life you thought you could only dream about, and build your character along the way. No one ever really knows what type of person the main character of a novel is until you're finished. Discover who you are. Create yourself, and never be afraid to be yourself, because those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. As the main character, you will always face conflict, whether external with your surroundings or internal with yourself. It's as one of my teachers once told me, or perhaps a few times, La lucha sigue. Just hang in there and keep writing. I ask you all of one favor before I finish. When you walk this stage, you stand proud and with dignity. You all deserved this moment. May we meet again someday and exchange stories. I wish you the best of luck on all your endeavors. Congratulations, class of 2014. We made it. Thank you. As a symbol of the importance of education, the valedictorian presents the key of knowledge to the top-ranking member of the next class. I would like to present this key to Javier Padilla, the top-ranking member of the class of 2015.
The top student award at Molina is the Jaguar of the Year. This award goes to a male and female senior who has shown excellence in academics, citizenship, school spirit, and pride. I'm pleased to present this distinguished award to Zoe De Leon and Christopher Garfias.
Introducing Board of Member. We are honored to have with us this evening Board of Trustee member, Mr. Miguel Solis. Mr. Solis represents District 8 on the Board of Trustees for the Dallas Independent School District. Please help me welcome Mr. Miguel Solis.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you all today. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bienvenidos, family, friends, and absolutely most importantly, the Molina High School graduating class of 2014. As was mentioned, my name is Miguel Solis, and I serve on the Dallas ISD Board of Trustees for District 8. Your trustee is a man by the name of Eric Cowan. He's our board president. He had an emergency and had to go out of the state, and so I'm here speaking to you, but he wanted to make sure that I offered his congratulations to all of you. So on behalf of our board president, Eric Cowan, congratulations to all of you for the great work that you put in. And since President Cowan can't be here, I have to say I am absolutely honored to be standing in front of this class today. I've got some remarks for you, and I'll keep them as brief as I can, but I want to make sure that I can convey a couple of thoughts and well wishes to all of you. The first thing I want to do is start by recognizing the individuals that helped you along your journey to this day. And you all know who I'm speaking about. Your parents, your guardians, your family members, your teachers, your administrators, your friends, and all the others that pushed you every single day and believed that today was possible. This evening is as much their celebration as it is yours. So let's give them a round of applause as well. In fact, your supporters, and in particular your families, are extremely proud of you. You guys can't imagine how relieved they are that you actually made it to today. So here's some advice. Ask them for money or whatever you want tonight. I'm telling you, it works out. But seriously, when I look at the parents and the guardians in this crowd, I am inspired by your dedication to play a role in the education of your children. The fact that you have prioritized your child's future will have long-term consequences, the likes of which you may not be able to realize at this very moment. I say that with confidence because the dedicated efforts of my grandparents and my parents made all the difference in my life. A los padres, ustedes son una inspiración para mí por la dedicación que han demostrado tomando un papel más activo en la educación de sus hijos. Sé que hay un sinnúmero de responsabilidades que tienen y que no es fácil cumplir con todo, pero ustedes decidieron que el futuro de sus niños es la prioridad. Sé que cosecharán el fruto de su esfuerzo. In preparing for this address, I thought back to a lesson that I once taught to my students when I was an 8th grade U.S. history teacher at Marsh Middle School regarding the concept of manifest destiny. Which y'all know what I'm talking about, manifest destiny, yeah. Where are all my history teachers out there? I know you taught that concept. Just to refresh your memory, it was a 19th century American belief that the United States was destined to expand across the North American continent from the Atlantic seaboard all the way to the Pacific Ocean. I thought about this lesson in particular because of the reaction that it drew from my students when I taught them and the connection that the concept has to my life, to every single one of your lives, and to today's event. My students were very intrigued by the idea that the early Americans overcame what most people thought were insurmountable odds and would go on to craft their own destiny, rather than letting other people write it for them. So here's the connection between what seems like a vague historical concept and your lives. Whether you realize it or not, through your determined efforts and your unwillingness to settle for the status quo, you have shown me, those people sitting up at this stage, and everyone in this crowd what is possible. Not everyone thought today was a reality for you, just like they may not have thought it was a reality for me 10 years ago when I graduated from high school. And given the statistics and all the multiple data sets used to forecast the future of students in an urban center, it is difficult to argue a case against that perception. But over the past 4 years, you were willing to fight for a high-quality education, and you have proven every single naysayer wrong. Simply put, you have manifested your own destiny. So today, I'm proud to stand here today imparting wisdom on an amazing crowd of students who are all headed down a more amazing path. And I'm very excited to see what the years hold for you. So all I have today to offer to you, though, are words. So I want to use the rest of my time, which is just a little bit, to share with you 4 critical lessons that have helped me throughout my life. So you ready? All right. Lesson number 1, surround yourself with people who are only going to lift you higher. There are going to be tough times ahead, and you are going to be challenged in many ways. You need to identify the areas that you want to improve, and you need to find people that are going to help you improve. Number 2, be comfortable being uncomfortable. Do not be afraid to dream big dreams, and then take that dream and dream even bigger. Take risks. and ultimately never let a good opportunity go to waste, even if you're not sure that you're the quote-unquote right person, because chances are you are the right person. Number 3, continuously ask yourself, what more could I be doing? President John F. Kennedy, when speaking about not settling in our pursuit to the moon, noted that this country was not built by those who waited and rested and wished to look behind them. And so I challenge you to always think about the moon moment. During your time in college and the workforce and the military and over the course of your life, you will find yourself getting used to the routines and wanting to rest your hat on your already amazing accomplishments. But you can't, because there is so much more to do and so much more counting on your willingness to achieve something greater than you. You owe it to all of these people in this room, and even more importantly, you owe it to the children that did not have an opportunity to sit in the seats that you're sitting in today. So keep pushing for greatness. And finally, but before I close with my 4th lesson, let me share a quick story, because I want to make sure you really drive this point home, okay? This past fall semester at the University of North Texas in Denton, there were 2 sophomores who were taking organic chemistry and who did pretty well on all of the quizzes, the midterms, the labs, all their tests. So going into the final exam, they had solid A's. These 2 friends were so confident going into the final that the weekend before the final, even though the chemistry final was on the next Monday, they decided to go to Oklahoma University to have a party with some of their friends. So they did this, and they had a great time. However, they ended up staying longer than they planned, and they didn't make it back to UNT until early Monday morning. So rather than taking the final then, they found Professor Santos, who was their chemistry professor, after the final, and they explained to him why they missed it. They said they'd gone up to OU for the weekend and had planned to come back in time to study, but that they had a flat tire on the way back, and they didn't have a spare, and they couldn't get help for a long time. So they were late getting back to campus. Professor Santos thought this through, and then he said, okay, you know what, I agree. You can take the quiz the next day. So the 2 guys were excited. They were like, oh, thank God. We dodged that one. So that night they studied, and they went in the next day at the time that Professor Santos had told them to. He placed the guys in 2 separate rooms. He handed each of them a test booklet, and he told them to begin. They looked at the first problem, which was something pretty simple about free radical formation. It was like 5 points. And so they thought, cool, this is going to be a pretty easy test. They did that problem, and then they turned the page. And they were unprepared for what they saw on the next page. It said, 95 points, which tire? Órale. Y'all are clapping, I hadn't even got to the lesson yet. So my 4th and final lesson is this: enjoy the next 4 years of your life. Because if you follow the advice I just gave you, life is gonna get really busy really soon. And while you should enjoy college and the workforce and the military in every way that it provides, always be prepared for tests and never lie to your professors or your bosses, because they're smarter than you. That's why they're your professors or your bosses. So let me close. I know everybody's ready for graduation. So let me close by quoting the ancient Greek mathematician Archimedes. He once said, "Give me a place to stand, and I will move the world." Graduates, today you have chartered your destiny by attaining a degree that has given you your place to stand. Now go on to move the world. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Solis. As principal of Moisés E. Molina High School, I hereby affirm that each candidate has met all requirements for graduation as determined by the state of Texas and the Dallas Independent School District, and they are qualified to receive their diplomas, or they are otherwise qualified to participate in this graduation ceremony consistent with the laws of the state of Texas and the Dallas Independent School District.
Good evening. I am Sylvia Reina, and I am Chief of School Leadership for the Dallas Independent School District. I am pleased to confirm the certification of the 2014 graduating class of Moisés E. Molina High School. Congratulations.
And I am pleased to award these diplomas, certifying that these students are indeed graduates of the Dallas Independent School District. Candidates, please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas.
Christopher Andrew Garfias. Valerie Brittany Martinez. Ronald Enrique Treviño. Marisela Raimundo. Areli Belén Guzmán Villegas. Mariana Acosta. Minerva Torres. Sarah Yvette Arciniega. Patricia Marie Duke. Valerie Renee Rivera. Michelle Adame. Elva Nelly Baltazar. Giovanna Vela Bañuelos. Lucero Norberta Charco Eras. Roxana Contreras. Zoe Alexandria Vadora de León. Alex Escobar Velázquez. Alondra Flores. Daisy Berenice Fuentes Martínez. Daisy García. Erika García. Lorenzo García. Stephanie Guerrero. Stephanie Hernandez. Adriana Inocencio. Emmanuel Eduardo Lanusa. Yamilex Lara. Gerardo López. Karina Martínez. Karina Yasmin Martínez. Rodolfo Martínez. Jasmine Adeline Martínez. Albert Eli Menendez. Taylor Marie Mojica. Erika Muñiz. Jennifer Muñiz. Lauren Desiree Ontiveros. Adriana Pérez. Josué Pérez Negrón. Isamar Rivas. Roger Tijano. Aldo Treviso. Frida Paola Verdín. David Manuel Aguilar. Janie Marine Aguilar. Ociel Aguilar. Daisy Aguirre. Christian Alberto Alas. Ana Karen Alcala. Daisy Alcantara. Gabriela Alcazar. Jessica Alcocer. Jocelyn Alcocer. Juliana Alférez. Roberto Velázquez Alemán. Jasmine Alonso de la Sierra. Alejandro Miguel Alvarado, Kimberly Alvarez, Giovanni Alvarez, Felicia Ángeles, Brianna Jeanette Aragones, Eva Arellano, Samantha Mercedes Arellano, Monica Alejandra Arevalo, Adela Arias, Eric Iván Armendariz, Fatima López, Alexis Arredondo, Brenda Lisette Arvizu, Silvia Arzola, Valerie Ann Avendaño, Jessica Elizabeth Avila, Carla Yesenia Avila, Alex Chapa Ayala, Gabriela Campos, Cesar E. Cavazos, Eduardo Antonio Valdivieso, Treasure Chantel Banks, Saúl Barrera, Samuel Villanueva Barrón, José Manuel Barrón, Alexis Becerra, Andrea Bernabe, Andre Dupree Bonner, Forrest Dwayne Brown II, Paul Julian Cabello III, Helen Joanna Calderas, Michael Anthony Calvillo, Andrea Campos, Christopher George Campos, Iván Campos, Everlino Antonio Carvajal, Jessica Cárdenas, Selena Adelita Carlos, Alexis Carrasco, José Daniel Carrillo, Marisela Castañón, George Jr. Castellano, Ivan Castellón, Jaime Jr. Castillo, Jocelyn Castillo, Valeria M. Castillo, Hilda Ojeda Castro, Estefania Castro,
Juan Gerardo Contreras, Jacqueline Contreras, Judith Mariana Cisneros, Saúl Cisneros, Larry Cipriano IV, Marlene Chicas, Zoe Chávez, Yeseli Chávez Garza, Tomás Chávez, Patrick Chapa Robles, Gonzalo Chairez Navarro Jr., Ervin Francisco Chacón, Karina Cervantes Medina, Jacob Cepeda, Perla Elizabeth Celis, Tony Ayala Jr., Ramsés Cornejo, Sabrina Marie Cortés, Eric Daniel Cortés Lázaro, Efraín Cruz, Guillermo Cruz, Iván Cruz, Paulette Cruz, Ricky Adrián Cruz, Héctor de la Cruz, Amy del Toro, Jorge Antonio de la Rosa, Daisy de León, Jocelyn de León, Juan Nicolás Espinosa Ibarra, Dagoberto Estrada, Gerardo Garza, Brian Godínez, Anisa Delgado, Miriam Aimé Delgado, Rufina Delgado, Albert Díaz, Elías Domínguez, Carla Gisela Domínguez, Matthew Domínguez, Ray Domínguez, Sergio Iván Dorado. Hector Escalante Jr. Christopher Alexander Escobar. George Albert Escobar. Eduardo Espinosa. Jessica Lisbeth Estrada. Viviana Federico. Reina Esmeralda Fernández. Elizabeth Flores. Carlos Eduardo Flores Huerta. Hector Fonseca Jr. Joe Anthony Galdames Méndez. Sheila Alejandra Galindo. Víctor Vladimir Galindo. Eric Anthony Gallegos. David Galván. Jordi Alexei Gómez. Juan Francisco Gómez. Sergio Caballero Gómez. Juan Michael González. Evelyn Herrera. José Alonso Herrera. Esbaby Gaona. Adriana García. Alfredo García. Ana Suset García. César Eduardo García. Christopher Anthony García Jr. Colton Ray García. Dionisio García. María Elena García. Mayra Esther García. Ramiro García. Jennifer Lisette Garduño. Edgar Garza. Alex González. Alexis González. Ana Iris González. Leslie González. Hilario Granados. Alondra Guajardo. Ismael Gudiño Jr. Victoria Marie Guzmán. Cache Shawayne Handy. Cecilia Esmeralda Hernández. Cynthia Nailene Hernández. Ricardo Huerta García. Rodrigo Huerta. Omari Addis Hunter. Devontae Jackson. Yasmin Hassel.
Melissa Lopez. Rogelio Josafat Lopez. Diana Hernandez. Eric Alexis Hernandez. Fernando Hernandez. Graciela Lucet Hernandez. Isaac Rubén Hernandez. Jorge Hernandez Jr. Maritza Lillian Hernandez. Mark Anthony Hernandez II. Michael Hernandez. Nathaniel Marcus Hernandez. April Hernandez. Terry Hernandez. Ana Gabriela Jimenez. Joel Jimenez. Ramiro Jimenez. Eduardo Juarez. Jennifer Dominique Lara. Yamile Laureano. Trista Marie Leja. Elizabeth Leiva Villeva. María Guadalupe León. Ruby Lopez. Mauricio Lozano. Cristina Lugo. Emily Ann Lule. Luis Mendoza Macías. Yasmin Mares Mesa. Wilmer Medrano. Edwin Josué Mejía. Giovanni Ramón Leorín. Rogelio Leiva Hernández. María del Carmen Lobos. René E. Lomas. Alexis López. Catarina López Solache. Christian José López. Christian López. Elena López Aguirre. Emilia Berlín López. Emanuel López. Lourdes López. Mason Miranda López. Adriana Marroquín. Alejandro Contreras Martínez. Eliud Joan Martinez, Brianna Martinez, Cecilia Martinez, Dulce Mariana Martinez, Janet Marie Martinez, Jesus Joaquin Martinez, Mark Anthony Mejia, Liliana Marie Mejias Ibarra, Marisol Mendez, Frank Mendoza Cardenas Jr., Angelica Marie Mendoza, Jocelyn Mendoza, Marco Mendoza, Andrea Negrete, Jesse Negrete, Jorge Martinez, Jose Martinez, Juan Francisco Martinez Jr., Mario Martinez, Marisol Martinez, Rachel Danielle Martinez, Salvador Martinez Jr., Steven Martinez, Valerie Martinez, Eliana McDonald, Christian Medina, Esmeralda Medina, Lydia Medina, Ramon Jonathan Mendoza Jr., Rogelio Luis Mendoza, Brandon Meyer, Melissa Mesa Villegas, Gilberto Mesa, Nereida Mesa Herrera, Vanessa Monjaraz, Lexi Michelle Monreal, Alex Montantes, Isabel Nieto, Eric Saul Núñez, Mark Anthony Núñez, Jesus Adrián Ochoa, Eric Ortiz, Ángel Ortiz, Victoria Portillo, David Preciado, Valerie Renee Montes, Alan Jael Montoya, Dulce Lisette Morales, Elizabeth Morales Rivas, Daniel Moreno Jr., Diana Muñiz, Luis Enrique Moya, Edith Muñiz, Miriam Suzette Muñoz, Perla Talia Narváez, Paola Navarrete, Annabel Navarro, Osvaldo Navarro, Martha Adriana Ortiz, Catalina Padrón, Brian Palacios, Oscar Eduardo Palomares, Kimberly Melody Palomo, Krista Nicole Paredes, Elizabeth Pauline, Martin Paz, Rafael Peña, Claudia Roxana Prieto, Pedro Alexis Prieto,
Christian Quiñones, Anel Ramírez, Emily Nicole Ramírez, Esmeralda Ramírez, Yareli Rodríguez, Jesus Rojas, Diamond Andrea Pendleton, Jasmine Celeste Pérez, Jesus A. Pérez, José Luis Pérez, Mia Elena Corina Pérez, Michael Pérez, Mirka Pérez, Jocelyn Pérez, José Alfredo Piña, Abel Pintor, Myra Jeanette Ponce, Marisa Eloisa Ponciano, Gilbert David Portillo, Myra Alejandra Ramirez, Raúl Ramírez, Ramón Erasmo Ramos, Juan Daniel Rangel, Rolando Rangel, Ramón Xavier Rendón, Anabel Rentería, Cindy Liliana Rentería, Raúl Rentería, Diana Elena Romo, Daniel Roque, Cornelio Rosales, Inmar Rosales, Marilú Rosales, Sasha A. Rosales, Eduardo Zavala, Manuel Anthony Zúñiga, Daisy Reyes, Joana Reyes, Jorge Ariel Reyes, Kevin Reyes, Richard Bon Ríos, Cindy Robles, Mariela Rodríguez Grimaldo, Daphne Desiree Rodríguez, David Rodríguez, Honesty Rodríguez, Lawrence Selena Rodríguez, Rodrigo Roy Rodríguez, Stephanie Nicole Rodríguez, Christopher Rubalcado, Tabitha Velázquez Rubio, Emily Marie Ruiz, Marco Antonio Ruiz, Valerie Marie Ruiz, Selena Jasleen Salas, Alexis Salazar, Sharon Salazar, Giovanni Salcedo, Cristina Jo Soto Ibarra, José Jesús Soto, Rogelio Soto, Wendy Suárez Tapia, Jocelyn Paulina Sustaita, Jacob Lee Tanguma, Juan Carlos Urbina, Eduardo Odilon Sánchez, Oscar Sánchez, Sonia Iridian Sánchez, Yvonne Saucedo, Alexis Iván Segovia, Destiny Cerrato, Nancy Selena Servín, Gladys Sierra, Yesenia Guadalupe Cifuentes Aguiñaga, Emily Silva, Marco Xavier Silva, Jonathan Cimental, Cameron Jermaine Smith, Brandon Misael Soria Ochoa, David Torres, Luis Fernando Torres, Zoraida Torres, Desiree Eliza Trejo, Edgar David Trejo, Emily Daniela Treviño, Karina Saraí Trujillo, Víctor Ugarte, Desiree Michelle Vázquez, Javier Eliezer Vázquez, Maribel Vázquez, Moisés Vázquez, Darío Vázquez, Mitchell Yu Vázquez, Olimpia Vázquez, Marisol Fierro, Alexandra Uriarte Ordóñez, Sergio Uribe, Jeanette Valadez, Rafael Valdés, Vivian Saraí Valdés, Vanessa Ballesteros Montemayor, Isaiah Alexander Valles, Jacqueline Valtierra, Joxan Vargas, Joyce Karen Vargas, Lucerito Vargas, Rubí Celia Vargas, Eddie Vázquez, Fabian Luis Saldana, Kevin Velázquez, Angel Vélez Jr., Paola Vergara, Miguel Vergara, Roel Vigil, Jesori Montserrat Villa, Esteban Miguel Villanueva, Henry Emmanuel Villegas, Brianna Washington, Aurora Teresa Yescas, Bridget Zamora, Pablo Zúñiga,
Congratulations, Molina High School graduating class of 2014. Will the class of 2014 please stand and remain standing for the alma mater. And now, the moment you have worked for and looked forward to. Please move your tassel to the left side of your cap to signify your graduation. Let's celebrate.